Before you watch this video, I want you to do one small thing. Think of one person in your life, someone you would call fine. Not sad, not struggling, just fine. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's someone in your own family. Got that person in your head? Good. Hold on to them, because by the end of this video, you might not be so sure they are fine at all. Today, I am going to show you a picture. It is a simple pencil drawing. 4 people, 4 men. Each one is doing something different in a park. At the top, it says this: only people who hide their pain can solve this. That is a bold claim. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. You are thinking, that sounds like clickbait. Stay with me. I promise this is worth your time. Let's look at the picture together. There's a man in a park. He is holding a little girl's hand. Behind them, there's a dark, shadowy figure. It looks like danger. It looks like something scary is coming. Below that, there's a man sitting on the bench. He is surrounded by shopping bags and wrapped gifts. His head is down. Next to him, there's another man. He is crouched on the ground. His arms are wrapped around his knees. His fists are clenched. And at the bottom, there's a man waving and smiling. He has his back turned to us. On his back, there's a tattoo. It is a broken heart. 4 men, 4 labels. A, the protector. B, the helper. C, the quiet one. D, the smiler. The question is simple. Which one is secretly asking for help? Now, before we go further, I want to be honest with you about something. This is not a real psychology test. There is no scientist behind this. There is no study with 100 people in white coats writing down results. This is something different. This is a pattern. And once you learn to see this pattern, you cannot unsee it. Not in this drawing. Not in your own life. So no, this will not tell you your IQ. It will not diagnose you with anything. But it might teach you something true about people. And that might be even more useful than a real test. Before we pick an answer, I want to talk about something for a minute. Why do people hide their pain in the first place? Think about it. Pain is normal. Every single person on this planet feels it. So why do so many people work so hard to hide it? Here is the truth. Most people who hide their pain are not weak. They are not broken. They are not liars. They are survivors. Somewhere along the way, something happened. Maybe they showed their pain once, and no one cared. Maybe they cried, and someone told them to stop. Maybe they asked for help, and it made things worse instead of better. So they learned a lesson, a hard one. They learned that pain, when shown, can cost you something. It can cost you respect. It can cost you relationships. It can cost you your job, your reputation, or your place in the family. So they did what humans do best. They adapted. They built a mask. And they got very, very good at wearing it. This is not about catching someone in a lie. This is not about exposing someone's secret like it is a game. This video is about learning to see people. Really see them. Not just a mask. The person underneath it. Because somewhere in your life, right now, today, there's someone wearing one of these 4 masks. And they are hoping, quietly, that someone notices. Maybe it is your coworker who always says, "I'm good," with a tight smile. Maybe it is your brother who works himself to exhaustion taking care of everyone else. Maybe it is your friend who goes quiet in every group chat. Maybe it is a person who always makes the room laugh. Let's look at all 4, one at a time. And let's really think about what we are looking at. Let's start with a man labeled the protector. In the picture, he is holding a little girl's hand. He is walking her away from something. Behind them, there's a tall, dark shape. It does not have a clear face. It just looks like trouble. His face is serious. His jaw is tight. His body is turned toward the danger, like he is ready to fight it if he has to. This is the image of strength. This is the image of someone who has it all together. He is a protector. He is the one who keeps others safe. And that is exactly why people might pick him. But here is something worth thinking about. Strength can be a mask too. Many people who protect others learn to do that because no one protected them. Think about it this way. If you grew up having to be strong for your little brother or sister, you did not get a childhood where someone took care of you. You became the protector early, maybe too early. People who play this role often forget how to ask for help. They are so used to being the strong one that asking for support feels like failure. It feels like letting someone down. So while the protector looks calm and in control on the outside, there might be a storm happening on the inside. He just never learned how to show it. Strength is real, but sometimes strength is also a habit built from years of having no other choice. Now let's look at the helper. He is sitting on a park bench. Around him, there are bags, lots of them, and wrap gifts, too, things for other people. But look at his face. His shoulders are slumped. His head hangs low. He looks tired, worn out. This is someone who gives and gives and gives. He buys gifts. He carries the bags. He probably said yes to every favor anyone asked of him this week. But who is buying him a gift? Who is carrying his bags? This is one of the loneliest kinds of pain there is. The pain of someone who takes care of everyone else, but never gets taken care of in return. People like this often hear the same thing over and over. You're always there for everyone. You're so reliable. You're the strong one. It sounds like a compliment, but it can also be a trap. Because once people believe you are always fine, they stop checking on you. They assume you do not need anything. The helper smiles when he hands you the gift. He says, of course, no problem when you ask for one more favor. But underneath all those bags, he might be carrying something much heavier. And no one has offered to help carry that. Next is the quiet one. He is crouched down on the ground. His arms are wrapped tightly around his knees. His fists are clenched. He is alone. There is no one else around him in this part of the picture. This one feels obvious, right? Of course, this is a person who is struggling. Look at his body. Look at how closed off he is. And you would not be wrong. This is real pain. Clear pain. The kind that does not try to hide. But here is something interesting. This answer is almost too easy. When pain is as visible, people usually notice it. Friends ask if you are okay. Family checks in. Teachers, co-workers, even strangers can sense when someone is struggling this openly. The quiet one is hurting. That is true, but because his pain is so visible, he often gets help. People do not walk past someone curled up alone without wondering what is wrong. So while this answer feels right at first glance, it might not be the one the puzzle is really pointing to. Because the real question is not who is in pain. The real question is who is hiding it so well that no one even thinks to ask. And that brings us to the last one. Finally, the smiler. He is standing with his back to us. One arm is raised. He is waving, probably at a friend across the park. You cannot see his face, but you can imagine it. Big smile, bright eyes, the kind of person everyone loves to be around. But look closer. On his back, hidden from view, there's a tattoo, a broken heart. He chose to put that mark somewhere no one would normally see it. Somewhere behind him, somewhere private. This is the one most people scroll right past. Why? Because everything about him looks fine. Better than fine. He looks happy. He looks like the life of the party. He is the friend who always has a joke ready. The co-worker who lights up the room. The one who says, "I'm great. How are you?" before you even finish asking. But think about this for a second. Out of all four people in this picture, he is the only one actively performing happiness for an audience. The protector is tense, but at least his tension is visible if you look closely. The helper is tired, and his exhaustion shows on his face. The quiet one is closed off, and that closed-off body language is a signal in itself. But the smiler, he has built something different. He has built a performance, a full show, a wave, a grin, a joke, a great to see you. And the only proof that something is wrong is hidden on his back, marked in ink, where he never has to look at it himself, and where no one else ever will either. That is what makes this kind of pain the loneliest kind there is. So here's my answer. I believe it is D, the smiler. Not because the other three are not in pain. They clearly are. Their pain is just easier to spot if you are paying attention. The smiler is different because his pain takes the most effort to hide. He does not get to just feel bad and look bad. He has to feel bad and still show up happy. He has to wave. He has to joke. He has to ask you how your day was, smiling the whole time, while a broken heart sits inked on his back when no one ever checks. That is exhausting in a way the other three are not. And here is the saddest part. Because he hides it so well, almost no one ever asks if he is okay. People do not worry about the person who is laughing. People worry about the person who is crying. So the smiler keeps smiling, and the cycle continues. Now, I want to be clear about something. This is my read on the picture. It is not the only possible answer. If you looked at this and you picked the helper, or the quiet one, or even the protector, you are not wrong. You are just seeing a different kind of pain. And honestly, all four answers are true in their own way. That is actually the whole point of this. Pain does not look one single way. It is not always tears. It is not always a frown. Sometimes it is a wave and a smile and a joke, with something heavier hidden underneath, somewhere you would never think to look. Now, let's go back to where we started. Remember that person you thought of at the beginning? The one you would call fine? I want you to think about them again. Are they the protector, always staying strong because somewhere along the way, no one was strong for them? Are they the helper, always giving, always carrying the bags, while no one carries anything for them? Them? Are they the quiet one, whose pain is visible if you just take one moment to actually look? Or are they the smiler, the one who waves, who jokes, who says, "I'm great," while something is hidden on the parts of them you never get to see? Here is the truth this whole video has been building toward. People who hide their pain are not doing it to fool you. They are doing it because somewhere, at some point, hiding became safer than showing. But you can change that, not with some grand gesture, just with a question, a real one. Not "how are you?" asked while you are already walking away. But "how are you, really?" asked while you actually stop and wait for the answer. So before you go, do one thing for me. Think of that person again. And this week, ask them, really ask them. You might be the first person who has, in a long time. And if this video made you think of someone, tell me in the comments. You do not have to say their name. Just tell me which letter made you think of them. A, B, C, or D. I read every single one. Thank you for watching. And remember, the people who smile the biggest are not always the ones who need help the least. Sometimes they need it the most.